Hello my beauties and welcome to my channel. Today my final review on the spring palette by MIAOOL. When I posted my first impression with this palette, I got a few comments saying that this was a dupe for a Huda Beauty one, and I think it is called Electric something. And apparently, and I didn't know that, but apparently it is a dead ringer color wise, but I don't own anything from Huda Beauty and I don't know when that palette of hers launched, but to be fair, I haven't been in makeup that long either. So I wasn't looking for a Huda dupe. I saw this palette and I was like, ooh, that's a nice little colorful palette. I want to try it. I got this palette at AliExpress. I will link the store where I bought it down below. They have 4, which, well, if they are Huda Beauty dupes, you probably know. This is the spring one, and they have a summer one, fall and winter one as well. Those were more on the neutral side and I wasn't interested. So I got this little colorful one instead. Someone also asked underneath if they had dupes for her newest small palettes. The what are they called again? The gemstone palettes? Is that what they are called? And yes, I saw them. I have some in my cart. Probably when this video goes up, I ordered them already. So I can try those out as well. But for now, let's get into this little palette. The look that I have now is look number 3 with this palette. In total you will have 4 looks because I used all the colors in my first impression. That video I will link as well. A little bit about this palette. It's cardboard packaging, which I really like. It feels really sturdy, and it comes with a nice full glass mirror, which I still have the protective plastic on top because I don't use that often. Mirrors like that. It closes with a magnet, which is really nice. Okay, let's get into the color scheme. So here you have the colors, and I think it's a very nice little palette. I did swatch it in my first impression, but I will swatch it again because, well, maybe you haven't seen that first impression yet. So I will swatch it for you. I will go like that. There are no shade names, but I will start with that pink and then that purple, orange, and like that. So I have a makeup wipe. Let me dry my fingers. So this is the palette. And I know there's a lot of controversy at the moment about swatches with your fingers. Should you do them or not? You know what? When I swatch to show you the colors, because sometimes colors are not true to pan, and I like swatches, finger swatches, because then I can get kind of a feel of how the color looks on a skin tone. I'm not talking about those really built up Instagram swatches. I'm talking about swatches like these, because then I can see, okay, how do they look on a skin tone? Are they a little bit true to pan? For instance, this is a red in the pan, but as you can see, it pulls more pink. That is why I look at swatches. That is why I show you the swatches. I have used all these shades with brushes on my eyes, so you can just see how they perform on my eyes, and I will tell you as well. So, rant over. No. But yeah, this little palette, it is very pigmented. If you watch my first impression, I used all the colors in that first impression, but I was especially blown away by this yellow, because if you pack this on, well, you don't even really need to pack it on. Today I use it with a small fluffier brush, my favorite, but I wanted the color to be light, so I really tapped off my brush, went in with a light hand, because this is just a freaking good yellow. All the colors in this little palette are very nice. This color unfortunately pulls a little bit more pink, which is not a bad thing, but I would have liked this to be a true red. But it is a very nice color. They all feel creamy in the pan except this one, which feels a little bit more gritty. In my first impression, at the end I said I wanted to use this color separately. I did. I wanted to use this color separately. I did. I used this color separately. So yeah, today I actually wanted to know if I can do a shimmer look. My son sometimes picks the colors that I wear for a day, and he picked blue. So yeah, I used these two colors. I used a little bit of the green as well, and I used a bit of the yellow because I wear a yellow sweater. So those are the colors that I used, but you can very nicely use these shimmers to create a complete look as well. They are very pigmented. They work really nice dry. I used them dry today. Don't have a lot of fallout, so that is good. I did have a little bit of kick up in the pan, which means fallout if you don't tap off your brush with this color. This one, because it is a cooler green, I use this in the second look, and if you overblend it, it can get a little bit patchy. You can also have a little bit of fallout, so I just did my eyes before I did the rest of my face. I think this is going to be a quick review because I am blown away by this little palette. The colors are so nice. They are very pigmented. The shimmers work gorgeously, even dry. I don't have anything to say except that I wish this one was a true red. But what I like about this color, by the way, is if you pair it with green, it pulls green. But today I paired it with the blue and then it pulls more blue. I like that. So you can create different kinds of looks with this palette. This is a very nice companion palette. If you want to use this for your pop of color next to your neutrals. Very pretty. Overall, for the price I paid, and I paid including shipping €4 and 1 cent I think, but let's round it. So I paid about €4 for this little palette. And I don't know how the Huda one performed. I do know it's a lot more expensive, but I got a comment from Annette's Makeup Corner underneath my first impression. She has the Huda one, I believe, and she said that it looked like this one performed better. So Annette, let me know down in the comment section if that's true. But you know what? I freaking love this little palette. I think it is fantastic and I am blown away. So, do I recommend this little palette? Yes, definitely. I cannot speak for the other palettes that they have in this line. I will link the seller. He has all 4, or she, I don't know. The store has all 4. I can highly recommend. Yeah, and I don't know anything more to say about this. That was it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. Again, I will list the store where I bought this little palette down below as well. I'm not sponsored, I'm not affiliated with AliExpress. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know. And stay tuned for the 3 looks. Let's start with the first look, and I have concealed and primed my eyes. I thought, because there are a few colors that I want to use separately that I didn't use in the trying this palette, I want to start with the orange and then probably deepen up with this color, the reddish shade. We are going to start with the orange. So I'm taking what is it, kind of an angled brush, going into that orange and see how it performs on its own. Just pressing it on. Not too shabby. Well, not too shabby at all. I'm also pressing it into my actual eye crease. And from that on, I'm not sure what I want to do just yet. But let's do the other eye first. And of course, halfway through I'm changing my mind. Darn it. So, what I need to do is clean up a little bit, because of course I changed my mind. I'm just taking a makeup wipe and wrap it around my fingers, and I'm going to take away a bit here, like so. And my brush that I used for concealer still has a little bit of product on it. Yes, okay, because I actually want the yellow there. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Now this is not really a packing brush, it's my favorite, but let's try it anyway. And again, I didn't set the base, which means that the shadow can stick to my skin and you get more color payoff. So I'm taking a tiny bit of that orange to help blend out the orange. I could use my face powder for that, and this will work. It just takes a little bit of time. A little bit more orange. So again, I'm taking a little bit of that orange to help blend out the orange. And this eye has a little bit longer time to set, so blending is a bit easier. Let's take the yellow and blend out the yellow. Let's start with this eye first. Okay, let's go. I'm taking a tiny bit of a yellow to blend the edge between the yellow and the orange. Yes. Let's take a little of that red, which is unfortunately the first time I used it, it pulled kinda pink on me. I'm just going to place that in the low crease and on the lid, and then with what I have left on the brush, I'm going to drag it forward a bit and then kinda fade out the edge. And let's plop it on my eyelid, because why not? And it looks like it pulls more red now, probably because of the orange and the yellow, instead of that it is looking pink. So let's do the same on the other eye. Okay, I want a little bit of that orange back, and I'm just placing this on the outer part. Okay, it does have some shimmer shades in it, but that's purple, dark blue and kind of a greenish aqua, and I don't want to use them. So let's get the orange shade and bring that around underneath the eye. Did I dip my brush in the pink again? Probably. So apparently I need a little bit of pink underneath. It's very bright, so let's get that yellow and smoke that in. Wow, that's very, doesn't really matter because I can clean it up because I haven't done my face yet, but I am looking, however, for, I don't have a yellow eyeliner, but I do have a very, very green one, which is the color Go Green from Essence. Let's plop that in here. Yes, okay. Let us also plop on some eyeliner real quick. Evenish, even. Let's put on some mascara as well. Like so. Mascara is the Lash Princess, the purple packaging. This is how the eye look is looking now. I'm going to put on the rest of my face, do my brows, clean up the under eye area just a tiny bit, I think. And then also plop on my falsies, because you have seen the look with just mascara. I'm going to plop on falsies as well, so when I come back the look is finished and yeah, you can admire me from afar or something. So this is what the finished look looks like. I think it's really pretty. The lippy that I have is a combination of the Essence Color Boost Mad About Matte in color 07 Seeing Red, and on top of that I plopped the lip gloss, one of the Shines, also from Essence in color 16, Let's Pumpkin Up. I only feel that it doesn't really go together with the eye look that I have now. This was look number 1. Oh yeah, everything else I put on my face is listed down below, just so you know. But this was look number 1. Get ready for look number 2. So today I thought let's do something green. So I'm going to do something with this and then probably with these two, but we shall see. So I have primed my eyes, that's the only thing I did. I put some concealer on it and some eyeshadow primer, and I haven't set it. It is a little bit tacky, but not too sticky, which is also good. So let's start with that green, like so. And I'm just going to place that shadow. And because this is a green and kind of a darker, cooler toned green, I am going to go in reverse. So instead of blending out the green, I'm going to build it up. So that is actually why I'm using a more fluffy brush first. Taking a little bit of that green to help blend out the edge. And these types of green have a tendency to go patchy if you over blend. Let me take a different brush for that. So I have my favorite small blending brush. It's a pretty green. It is going a tiny bit patchy. I can work with that though. And how to combat that is either you can set your base so the shadows don't stick as much. You could, like I'm doing now, focus on a light layer first, blend that, and then where you see patchiness, you just take your brush, dab it in, and then tap it off, and then just actually press on those places and then leave it alone. That's how I usually get rid of patchiness with colors like this. It's pretty, very pretty. Yes, pretty. Let's see how deep we can get it. I'm using that same brush dabbing it into the green. And again, because I haven't done the rest of my face, I can be messy, which is nice. So now I'm actually just building up the color. Again, this is not a packing brush. I just want to see what it can do. And by the way, this is also how you can create a one color look. And well, why not? I'll show you. So let's just plop this on here as well. That is the wrong brush for it, probably. Let's just plop it all over the lid. Just the same green. Like so. Okay, let me see. Let's fade out the edge a little bit. Not too much, because if I blend this color out too much, I think it's going to get patchy. Let me use a little bit of that yellow in the palette, just a tiny bit, to kinda help here and create a different kind of green. And again, I don't want to overblend because then it can get patchy. Now we just have a little bit of a different color. Let's see if I can recreate that on the same side. I don't know why, but one side is always better than the other. Story of my life. Let's plop this one on the eye. So let me take a brush. Let's start with this one first, that blue. See how this performs dry. Nice. Pretty. So let's plop that here as well. And let's connect it. And again, this is dry. I haven't sprayed my brush. I will clean it up in a minute. Okay, other eye. Yes. Okay, I'm taking my brush again. I cleaned it and I'm just going to go over that edge a bit. Yes, let's take that same color, that shimmery blue underneath my eye. I'm gonna place it on top of my lash line. Like so. I have created fallout on my face, but I don't really mind too much. I'm going to do my foundation anyway. Okay, now let's take that, what is it, kind of a teal shimmer, and plop that in the center. And a little bit here. Again, this is dry. Brush. Let's get a little bit of that dark blue shimmer on this brush and just plop a little bit in that inner corner. Nice. Let's also take that light blue shimmer and plop it on the bottom waterline as close to the lashes as possible. If your eyes cannot handle that, you can always put a light blue eyeliner in your bottom waterline. I have one, but it doesn't show up, so that's why I'm doing it like this. Pretty. Okay, what I'm going to do is the rest of my face off camera, and then I will be back. So, the rest of the face is on. Liner, mascara. The liner is quite close to my lashes, but a tiny bit, well, bigger than usual. And what I did is I kind of created a little wing shape. I don't know if you can see, but it's just a tiny bit to make my eye shape like that. So that is what I did. The mascara is Lash Princess from Essence. The liner is Revolution Flick, and the lippy that I have on is also from Revolution, from the collaboration with Soft Dust Nails in the color Syrup. The rest is down below, but this is what it looks like so far. The only thing left to do is inner corner highlight. I have here a highlight palette from Makeup Revolution. I will hold it upside down, and I thought let's do this one, which is a little bit of a yellowy greenish. This is look number 2. Almost. I almost forgot. I need to put on my falsies. Oh lordy lord. Anyway, I'm going to do that. The falsies I'm going to put on are the Ardell Demi Wispies. Hold on. I'll be right back with falsies. This is the finished look. I like how it turned out. And yeah, let's get ready for look number 3. So the last look with a tiny little palette, and today my son got to pick the colors of my makeup, and he said blue. So that includes blue lipstick, just so you know. But there is a little blue in this palette, a dark blue, that's this one. And because I'm wearing a yellow sweater, maybe I'm going to combine it with this one and that one. Or maybe there. I'm not sure yet, but blue is going to be used regardless. I have primed my eyes. I've put some concealer on my eyes as well. I haven't set my base. So I'm taking this one, which is a smaller blending brush. I am going to start with this color, that dark blue, so that I can just see how I want the rest of the look to be. So I am just pressing it in the crease. And yes, this is a shimmer, but it's not the first time that I'm doing a shimmer look, so I'm not too worried. Yes, okay. Okay. Cleaning the brush. With that same brush, I'm going to go into this color, which can kind of be blue and green. So let's see if it will pull a little bit more blue. Now that I'm using it combined, I need a smaller brush. Now that I'm using it combined with that dark blue, so I'm taking a smaller brush. And yes, it is placing that on the inner part of my eye. And as you can see, it's a really funny color, because when I swatch it, it has a bit of a blue shift, but when you combine it with the green, it pulls green. When you combine it with the blue, it pulls blue. So that's nice. So let's do that on the other side as well. And this one has a little bit more sheen to it, but I don't mind. So let's just blend these two a little. And with this brush, I'm going into that dark blue, plop it into the crease. And let's see how it blends. So I cleaned the brush, and I have said this before, but shimmer shades are not really meant to be blended out. You can. Let's get a little bit of the yellow, just a tiny bit, to blend it out a bit. I'm taking a little bit of that dark blue. getting patchy a tiny bit. A little bit more of the dark blue and just go over the areas that are patchy. So this side is blended out. Let's get a little bit of that light greenish blue shimmer. Let's see if I can do the same thing on the other eye. And of course I like this side better than that side. So I'm just going to wipe a bit off. Take that blue again, a darker blue, place it, and then with whatever is left on the brush. So I'm not adding any more blue like I did before. Actually just fading out what's on my eye. Now I'm going to this eye for the light blue. Let's place a little bit of that yellow, and if I don't like it I can always wipe a bit away. So I'm taking a small detail brush, go into that matte yellow, and let's place it there. Do I like that? I'm not sure yet. I'm taking a soft clean brush, just going to go over that edge here. I'm not sure if I like that, but it doesn't really matter. So let me take a sip of coffee. Plop that lighter blue, bluish green, on a detail brush on my eyelid. Pretty. Let's get that dark blue on the same brush I cleaned it and plop that here. And go over that edge a bit to blend them in. I will clean it up in a minute. Okay, I'm cleaning the brush and I'm just going to go over that light color to drag it a little bit on top of the darker and blend the two colors together. I think I'm going to get that matte green, so this color. I'm going to use that in the crease. It has kick up in the pan with this brush. And let's see if it wants to layer on top of a shimmer. I'm not sure. It does, so that's nice. Let's bring it up. And I don't really want to lose the blue. I just want to change the color a bit. I do need more pigment than I usually do to plop it on top of that shimmer, which is not really weird, I think, because shimmer shades are just, it's like putting a water-based cream on top of a silicone base. You just need to work a little bit more. Yes. Where's my bigger fluffy brush here? Let's go over everything. And because I haven't done my base, I can be really messy and just make sure everything is blended the way I want it to. Let's go to the bottom waterline with that shimmery dark blue. Such a pretty color. I'm actually kind of smoking it out, so I'm concentrating it here on top of my waterline, and then I'm smoking it out a little bit lower to the front. I'm connecting it up. Yes. Yes, okay. And you can probably guess, but I'm getting a little bit of that lighter greenish blue. That's going to go in my inner corner and around my tear duct and on top of my lashes in the middle of my eye. And I think a shimmery bottom waterline is just so pretty. I don't know if I'm liking the yellow though. I don't know. I am going to do the rest of my face. Think about that yellow. Maybe I need to pull it around. I'm not sure yet. So what I did, I wiped away actually the top part and put a bit of concealer on top because I wasn't really happy with how it was looking. So what I'm going to do now is take a tiny bit of that dark blue just to bring it back here a little bit. Let's see if it wants to play nicely. I just want a tiny bit of height. I'm not sure. Let's leave that side alone for a little bit and let's go to that yellow. So I'm taking a bigger brush, tapping it into the yellow and place it here. I think that's better. I'm not sure. Let's blend it out. Yes. Let's take a little bit of that dark blue just to complete my eye shape a bit more. That's better. And the trick is always to get your eyes even-ish. For me at least. And this is just, you know, what happens. You have a look in mind, or you don't have a look in mind. I oftentimes don't. I kind of know what colors I want to use, but I don't really know how the look will turn out. If that makes any sense. Let me know, do you plan your looks or you just sit down and kind of wing it? I'm curious. So the yellow is down. I cleaned it. My brush, I mean. Just go over that edge. And sometimes, you know, I can just sit and blend for ages because it relaxes me so much. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. I'm going to do the rest of my face and then I will be back to show you the look just before I put on my falsies. So hold on, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So here is the look so far, including lippies, mascara and all that goodness. I will quickly go over, well, everything that is on my face I have listed down in the description box. The lippy that I have is from I Heart Revolution. It's one of their metallic mermaid lips in the color Deep Sea. And the mascara I used is the long lasting volume mascara from Max & More. This is the waterproof version. I don't know if it's really volumizing, but I do like it. So yeah, this is the look just before my falsies. I like it. Yes, I'm going to plop on my falsies now and then I will be back to show you the finished result. So here is the finished look with my falsies on. The falsies I have on I've never seen before, but they are from Ardell, from Fright Night, and they are in the style Bet Those Lashes, and I think they're really fun. So this concludes my 3 looks 1 palette. This was the final look of the video. Let me know down in the comment section which one was your favorite, and if you plan on getting this fun little palette, or maybe you have the Huda Beauty one and then maybe I gave you some extra inspiration on how to use this palette. So yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. I will link the seller where I got this palette so you can check it out if you want to. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to, well, go about the rest of my day with my dramatic blue lipstick on. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it, and hope that you will be notified when I upload my next video, because YouTube is still doing really weird things. Just so you know. For now, I'm signing off. I wish you all a great day, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.